So I do have this little app here that if you want to get the export of this application and see how I built it, you can. Otherwise, maybe focus on my presentation and check it out later. And if you want to look at the official documentation of the apex.server.process API, then there's also the QR code for that. So that's going to be on the screen pretty much the whole time. So just just focus on my beautiful boys, and then you'll be able to get to that, right? So some of the different use cases. Like say you want to do like the easiest or the most simple expression of this is adding two numbers, right? um I'll show you why some of the things that you need to consider when you use this types of block. So things you want to add two different numbers, right? And I have different buttons with different settings and different options, so you can see like the differences of what happens when you set it in different way, right? So what happens if I just want to add these two numbers, and then we look at the definition of this? What is the dynamic action that this thing is triggering, right? So all I want to do is to add the two items and assign the result to this, right? Now, this is not going to work if I just do this. And there's a reason. It's quite simple. I'm not doing any items to submit, right? So every time you do this kind of thing, you need to include the values that you're going to be using have to be submitted, right? Because whatever you see on the screen is not what's on the server, right? Things can be updated by the user or by different other processes. And then every time you want to perform a calculation or use that value in any way, you have to tell Apex, hey, whatever's on the screen, wrap it up and send it over to the server along with my request, so that those values are actually up to date in the server when this code is executed, because this is PL/SQL, right? And this gets executed in the server. Now, definitely adding two numbers is something that you can do with JavaScript, and you don't really need to use PL/SQL. This is just an example of what happens if you do it that way.